So let's tell you a little bit more about this big blue Honda Pantheon here. 125cc liquid cooled 2-stroke motor, which means it's quite good off the mark. It picks its feet up quite well. It's good for about 65 miles an hour, which is plenty enough for keeping up with traffic on a decent dual carriageway or even a busy A road. And it's still zippy and nippy enough for busy town traffic. You can nip in and out of the traffic lights up the outside of the traffic and cut through, no problem at all. Nice and comfy to ride, easy to ride, of course, rev and go, no gears to mess about with. You can have this nice feet forward riding position here, put your feet up there, sit back and relax on this seat, which is very good because it's got this little step in it here. Well, quite a big step actually. You can push your backside into there and that gives you a nice support at the bottom of your back, tucked down behind the screen, which means you don't actually get completely soaked when it rains like it has been doing today. You get a bit damp, but you don't get everything thrown on you. Pillion department's not bad. You can actually get a little backrest there for your pillion, so he or she can relax as well. You can put top boxes on it and all sorts of extras and bits and pieces. And of course, being a scooter, it means that the seat opens up to reveal this big compartment. Plenty of room there for a full face helmet. Big lock in there as well. Rather an unusual shape, I think, actually, under the seat on this one, but still plenty of room for shoving your bits and pieces in there. And this, only a scooter, yes, but it's got CBS on it, which we all know about now, nothing new there. Combined braking system. So when you pull one brake lever, it operates both brakes at the same time. But as I say, it's not exactly...
Excuse me. You are not the only gentleman with a unique braking system, because in fact this particular scooter that I'm with has got WCBS, Wayne's combined braking system, which involves pulling both back and front lever at the same time. Unique? Nah, just good brakes in actual fact. Simple left lever activating the rear brake, which is a disc, making it very, very efficient. And on the front, as all scoots seem to have nowadays, it's got a disc brake on the front as well. But both discs combined together make it very, very good for stopping. And as the thing only travels at around 45 miles an hour, it doesn't take a lot of stopping, but it's nice to know that, and reassuring that I'm pulling the levers hard, you can stop quickly. The overall shape and size of this thing is entirely different to Paul's Pantheon. I mean, it's an awful lot smaller, but it is very, very stylish. You can see that. In fact, it's not dissimilar to Peugeot's version, the Speedfighter, and that in actual fact is one of the biggest selling scooters of all time in this country. Now, the difference between this and Paul's is such as the capacity of, say, under the seat here, because this particular seat is like all scooter seats. It's limited in its space because it's only a small bike, but it does have the advantage of being able to fit a full face helmet under the seat, and not a lot of them can do that, so there's quite a nice feature. Standard 2-stroke principle where you put your 2-stroke oil in here, petrol in under the seat and so on. It does come with a toolkit, which is quite a good thing, and not all of them do that, so this full comprehensive toolkit does enable you to work on your bike, and when you finish working on your bike, there's something to clean your nails with if you've got dirt underneath your nails. Oh, think of everything, these fellas, don't they?
I'm not sure that's quite the right tool for doing your nails, but the fact is you won't need a great big toolbox for a scooter like these. They're very low maintenance, and providing you keep the 2-stroke oil topped up, then there really isn't very much to go wrong. Most modern scooters these days seem to have the emphasis on style rather than the technical things. They're all basically the same underneath, and it's largely down to personal choice of bodywork, shape and colour when it comes to choosing one. This little X8RX would probably go into the section marked trendy and funky, and would maybe suit the slightly younger rider. So why is Wayne riding it? Exactly. Whereas this Pantheon is slightly more sophisticated and subtle, perhaps for the more discerning commuter. So there are lots and lots of new scooters coming out all the time, different shapes and sizes, and loads of different incentives to attract you to buy them. But don't forget, they've been around a little while now, scooters, so there's lots of decent second-hand ones on the market, well worth having a look at.
Like this baby over here, you see this one? This would cost you now, brand new in the shops, just over £2,000. But this one, which has got 1,800 miles on it and it's registered on an S, will actually only cost you £1,295, and that does in fact include a performance exhaust and an ignition box change, which will cost somebody a couple of £100 before you bought it, increasing its overall value. So it's damn good value for money. In fact, you've saved a good few £100.
Yeah, and you can save a good few £100 on this. This is a T-registered example, this one, again with just about 1,800 miles on its clock. This now, to put on the road brand new, would cost you just over £3,000. This second-hand example, like this, perfect condition, can cost you just over £2,000. So again, you've saved yourself a few quid. And really, if you travel to work and back or whatever into a city and you've got a bit of dual carriageway, bit of decent A road, kind of 50-mile-an-hour speed limits, really this is as fast as you ever need to go.
But unfortunately, if you do live near a city whereby you have got an awful lot of dual carriageways and big swinging A roads to go on, this doing only 45 mile an hour can get a little bit tedious, a bit boring. But that's just one of those things. Which brings me to, can't I have the keys for this one? Because I've been on that thing.
You picked
I've been
that one?
bored.
No, you picked it.
There was a skateboard overtook me earlier on. There's a blinking bloke in a milk float bibbing me to get past.
There's no
Come
other
on.
one. No, you picked that one. You've made your bed, lie in it now.